The FAA is out with alarming news. Apparently, the Boeing 737 MAX's automated flight control system isn't the only airliner's fatal flaw. The transportation watchdog reveals that over 300 Boeing 737s, including but not limited to the already grounded MAX 8 jets, have improperly manufactured wing slats. That defect can lead to premature cracking in the 737's wings, and the FAA has ordered an immediate inspection of all these affected jets. So for more on this now, we will turn to former NTSB Director of Government, Public and Family Affairs, Jamie Finch. Jamie, always good to have you here. Thank you. So the PR crisis for Boeing continues, obviously trying to overcome this consumer confidence issue after the plane's fatal flaws will take time.
Right.
But now hundreds of other planes have been found with defective parts in the wings. How is Boeing facing this fallout?
Well, I mean, talk about turn of bad luck here for Boeing. They're in this fight over the MAX right now, and all of those are grounded globally.
Yeah.
And they are trying to get that resolved ASAP because their airlines, their customers, airlines are very angry about that. The passengers are very angry because their flights are being delayed. Other people in the aviation industry, suppliers and so forth, are very frustrated because Boeing's reputation has been tainted here. And they are very concerned of where they're going. But now this thing has popped up. Now, and this is not unusual. Now, part replacements and so forth in defective parts, they come up all the time.
Okay.
It's just that the timing of this is what's so bad.
Okay, so this part that we're discussing is something called slat tracks. It's those flaps, I suppose, that you see on the edge of the wings.
Flaps are in the back, slats are in the front.
So it helps the plane lift and maneuver around. So could this part, if it fails, could they lead to deadly consequences as well?
More than likely not.
Okay.
It would probably damage the plane more than likely. Because if it flew off the wing while it's in cruise, it could hit the tail or one of the leading edges of the tail wing, or the fuselage. And so it really is not going to be really relevant as far as the airworthiness of the aircraft.
Okay. But it could cause a freak accident if something flew off.
It could, yes, absolutely, and it could, part
unsafe, obviously.
Exactly. And but the sad part of this for Boeing is that this is just bad luck on their part.
Right,
and
just piling on, right? One thing after the next.
Yeah. You kind of feel sorry for them on this one because this is not really their fault. This was a manufacturer, one of their suppliers, who had a problem with this. And Boeing, to their credit, they're the ones that found the problem. Their engineers were the ones that found the problem with the delivery of these parts that came in from this one supplier. And so this is just another thing that the airlines are going to have to go back and fix, and that's just making them more frustrated.
Did Boeing just come forward and kind of own up to this flaw?
Yes, there's my understanding.
They learned.
Yes, they did. They did, and they've always been very good about that. It's just that these two crashes that happened with the MAX series, they let that one get really out of hand.
Now let's talk about that. Speak about the aviation industry as a whole for us. Should Americans feel safe flying?
Yes, I mean, absolutely. I mean, there are hundreds of thousands of flights every day in this country, and I can't even begin to mention or name how many are flown around the world.
Right.
They take off, they fly, and they land safely. But if you look at it, and I know this is an old statistic, but the most dangerous part of your trip is to and from the airport. So statistically, you're in very good hands, and plus these aircraft are good aircraft. They just had they have hit a snare here with some of the MAX series, and then of course this little track thing. But that has not made them unairworthy. They can be fixed very quickly. So
how can the industry change their oversight methods going forward? Is it too late? Or I mean, what can be done? Yeah,
that's a real good question. The reputation of the system that they've had has been damaged almost irreparably because what it relied on completely was the trustworthiness and good faith work by both sides, because Boeing was supplying FAA with their data. FAA was then analyzing that data. and making sure it's supposed to be double checking, and so we're making sure that it's correct. But Boeing has more information, more engineers on that stuff, and they always will. But now that relationship has been completely tainted, it's going to take a long time, and there's going to be some heads that will roll over this. I know.
Complete overhaul of the company, maybe?
Well, the company and also FAA.
Well, a lot of overhaul here, Jamie.
Yes.
We're talking about inside out.
There's
a long ways.
There's going to be a lot. I mean, it's not going to be a complete bloodbath everywhere because they can't lose everybody.
Right.
But there has to be some accountability for this, and it may go back to to prior FAA administrators. I don't know. I mean, it could when did this problem start?
Yeah.
When did it arise within the culture?
A new checks and balances must be implemented.
Exactly.
Like. All right. So at least we can feel safe if you have a flight booked to go see your folks.
Yes.
Go see your folks.
Absolutely. Enjoy.
All right. Okay, that is good news. We'll leave it right there. Jamie Finch, thank you so much for your expertise today.
You're very welcome.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.